Yo, what up, YouTube? This your boy Food Jockey coming at you with another video. This is about Project Runway Season 17, Episode 2. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing reviews on shows, but since my mentor and friend is on Project Runway Season 17, I decided to come online and review the show. Okay, this episode is Episode 2. It's called The Future Is Now. Basically, it is about body modification. And they had 5 different categories of body modification. They had horns, shoulders, ruffled neck, chest feathers. They had back scaffolding, and they had a lit necklace. The 15 designers remaining was divided into teams of 3. Each team was assigned a body modification, and they were to design a 5-minute into the future look representing body modification. Basically, you have to highlight the body modification without covering it up. And my girl, Nadine Rutherford, she was on horn shoulders. That was a great thing. I had a lot of inspiration just on seeing it and watching it. I could have done a lot of things with that as a designer. I could have done a cold shoulder, you know what I'm saying? You know what that is when the shoulders are cut out of garments. Well, it's not. I could have done something like that. I could have done an asymmetrical situation where one shoulder was bare, one shoulder was out to highlight the shoulders. There's so many different ways you can go with that aspect. Also with the chest feathers, there's so many different ways you can go with that as well. By highlighting the chest feathers that they had. Also the back scaffolding. Of course, one of my signature things is backless things. So I have always have done something backless to highlight the back scaffolding. The ruffled feathers, something low cut, princess cut, something to highlight the shoulder ruffles, which is really nice as well. Only one I didn't like was the lit necklace, the lighted up necklace around the neck. I didn't like that on my body modification because it just seemed unrealistic to me. You know, I understand highlighting your body modification or modifying your body, and I can see the other ones being something that people would do in the future, but having a necklace, I don't see that. Well, maybe for safety reasons and things like that, and I can see it, but something that I wouldn't do. The other ones I can see actually happening. But it was all very futuristic to me, very sci-fi, which is still kind of cool. And I kind of went that way with it. Well, on the team, sorry, I got eyelashes on my face. Is there? Don't know. Anyway, so with these body modifications, each team has $750 to go to Mood and make their design. The type of person I am, I don't mind working with a team, but I do mind not being able to express myself as an artist, as a designer, and get my look out there the way I want my look to be out there. So I would have broke it down to, okay, if it's 3 of us, there's $750 in our budget. Each of us have $250 each to come up with fabric choices and stuff that is cohesive with one another. I will not put everything in one big bundle, because if you do it that way, someone may get more of something that they need and you get less than what you need. As the case with my girl Nadine Rutherford and her team. Tessa went to go get all this cheap looking tulle, 5 different shades and colors and hues of blue tulle that pretty much ate up all the whole entire budget, which means that my girl Miss Nadine Rutherford had to put back 6 yards of fabric that she needed in order to get her look to look the way she wanted to look and the concept that she wanted to create. And when they did their walkthrough, Christian Siriano came in and gave Tessa some bad news about how cheap that tool looks and how he doesn't understand it. So she went try to change her look again and asked her teammates, well, can I use the rest of this fabric to change my look? Needless to say, she went on to go with her original look after she done cut up all the fabric that her teammates have needed in order to complete their looks, which cost Miss Nadine her whole situation. Then we had people who the same girl that was in the bottom, Frankie, last week, changed her look several times. Her teammate changed his look several times as well. Looks unfinished and just crazy. And then, what I don't understand about this whole on TV thing, or this whole in the public eye thing, is why are you crying? You are a grown adult. Why are you crying? There's no crying in fashion design. There's no crying in life in general if you're not literally hurt. If you make a mistake, pick yourself up, brush it off, and call it a day. It makes no sense whatsoever that you up here crying and whining because you made a mistake. That irritates me and infuriates me to no end. But like I said on my last video, leave Miss Nadine alone. She's not playing with you. She is nice and cool and she's supportive, but she will check you quickly if you get on her nerves, which she had to do with Tessa. And my thing is, she called her Edward Scissorhands. She's like, I would have done this if Edward Scissorhands didn't cut up all the fabric that she's not going to use now. That was funny. That was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, but she also told a moving story about how she became a fashion designer. You know, so her mom, you know, so her Miss Nadine growing up in Jamaica, her mom was a fashionista, she said, and she said her mom gave her a sewing machine. So she would take her mom's clothes and design stuff and make it for herself, which is a lot of ways that people start designs. That's how I started design. I started design by trying to be an interior designer, but I told you that story already. But yeah, that story was moving. I mean, I became more endearing to her because of that story, you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of explains a lot and how close she is with her family and things like that. So it's really good to hear that story and have her tell that story on camera, which is really nice as well. I think this is going to be all about Miss Nadine. This whole about Project Runway. I'm going to throw Project Runway things in here, but I'm just going to support Miss Nadine. That's what I'm going to do. So get used to it. Be happy about it. Enjoy it. But the Runway show happened. And of course, although as much as I love Miss Nadine, I think that what kind of tripped her up was allowing her team to force her to get rid of the fabric that she actually wanted to use. Or I should say, put it back. Because if she had to put back 6 yards of fabric that she needed in order to get the look that she wanted to get accomplished, and she didn't have that fabric, it made her look suffer a little bit. And she ended up with some satin type fabric, which with satin, you know, when you're sewing satin, it has to be extremely perfect. It has to be cut correctly, it has to be sewn correctly, because if not, it has to be fitted correctly as well. Because if not, you will see every pucker, every blemish, or every mistake that is on with that fabric. So although the look was nice, I liked the look, it was still another fitting issue, and it was puckering around some of the seams, the outside seams of that garment. But the look was nice. The look was something that is her aesthetic. So it was cool. Her teammates, they were okay, you know, but I just didn't like the whole total concept. I think that it could have been more cohesive and more futuristic. Although it was 5 minutes into the future, you still went outside the box and did something a little bit more than what it is that you did. I mean, as far as her whole team, you know. Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't anything good. The top two, the top two was the back scaffolding and the neck ruffles. The neck ruffles actually wound up winning. The bottom was excuse me, sorry. Look it up real quick. The bottom was the chest feathering. That was the bottom. And rightfully so, they should have been on the bottom. Frankie, it was Kofi, and it was, sorry, I'm trying to look and see. I didn't write it down because I was really going to talk about it. And sorry, the older lady who have the 9 kids. My bad, I don't know your name, sweetheart. Please forgive me. But yeah, it was those 3 on the bottom. The lady who was almost won last week, she was on the bottom this week. That goes to show you, if you don't stick with your own aesthetic, your own design, your own mindset, you will be on the bottom. You have to go with what you know. You have to go with what you feel passionate about on these type of shows, the reality shows and these design shows, or else you're not going to make it. You can't allow people to change your aesthetic to fit their own personal things. I'm sorry, it may sound selfish of me, but I am a team player. But as a team player, I know that I can't change who I am in order to make someone else happy. I need to be able to do what I need to do, how I do it, you know what I'm saying, in order for me to be successful. While it was a team challenge, they was judged individually. You know, the top team and the bottom team, there's be one winner, one loser from each team. So with the top team, the guy that was on that team, he pretty much did everything. Although the lady on the team took over as a leader, see, I don't do that very well. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to try to tell me to fit your aesthetic. And then his name was Sebastian. What Sebastian did was, not only did he make the winning look for the entire episode, he cut and sewed one of his teammates' skirt for her look, because she wanted to do this wavy line type situation where she pieced it together, but she didn't know how to do that and make it into a skirt. He did, so he did it for her and helped her look come together. Then he made a bag for her to wear as well. My thing is, I'm sorry, I'm all about teamwork, I'm all about helping you out, but at the end of the day, only one person can win this $250,000 prize, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it's me. I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make fashion. It is what it is. I'm sorry, I can't sit here and play with you all day and pacify you and coddle you and, oh, woo, 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 you're crying, oh, poor baby, oh my God, let me help you out. No, I don't have time for that. At one point on my girls' team, Miss Nadine Rutherford's team, the girl was like, oh, well, can I just use all this fabric? Well, it's not. And then the girl that was on Sebastian's team tried to come over and try to tell Miss Nadine, oh, well, can you just modify your look a little bit so you can help her out so she can have more fabric? Miss Nadine snapped. She's like, girl, if you don't get away from here with that, I'm not modifying anything else. And so Miss Nadine started having an attitude, or started to perceive that she had an attitude, because she compromised who she was and her design to help out the team. And the team pretty much didn't care about what she needed to have done to make sure that her look was not at the bottom or she don't go home. People are so selfish in this world that they think that, you know, they are more important than anyone else. It's that privilege thing. I'm more important than you. What I'm thinking is more important than what you're thinking. It's what I'm doing is more important than what you're doing. No, as a team, you must be able to take into account that everyone on that team is important and everyone on that team needs to succeed. Yes, I want to stand out, but at the same time, I'm not going to jeopardize what you need to do or how you need to do it in order for me to stand out. And that's what I think the young lady on Miss Nadine's team tried to do. She was selfish. She thought that being privileged, thinking that she can do whatever she wants to do, will work for her, and she had the worst luck. No, you're not going to compromise my designs and my way of thinking in order for you to succeed. Because if I go home based on this, well, it's not. It's going to be a whole different show. I'm just saying, it will be a whole different show. You know, sorry. I don't hear what ashy lips. You know, people get talked about for having ashy lips on YouTube. But yeah, so the top was the top team was the modification of the neck ruffles. The bottom team was the chest feathering. Yes, Frankie went home. Thank God, she needed to go home. My thing is, she should have went home last week, and Kavanaugh should have stayed, because as they said someone home last week who had a basic black outfit, and this week you came in with a basic black outfit. I don't understand that. And plus, you covered up the body modification. You're supposed to be showing off the feathering, the chest feathering. You're supposed to be showing off and, you know, celebrating the body modification, not covering up. She made this ill-fitting bustier and this backward straight jacket that covered up, you know, everything. So what, like, no, yeah, no, it's not. You need to be celebrating that. So she went home. And of course, Sebastian won, you know, because his outfit was kind of like it was like, you know, the jellyfish have the little tentacles at the bottom of the thing with a big thing. It was like all like a ruffled jellyfish type situation, which is really cool. His design was really nice. His design should have won, because not only did he do an amazing job on his design, he also did an amazing job helping out his teammates as well, you know, making things for his teammates. So yeah, he should have definitely won. The design challenge. He have immunity for next week, which is great. And pretty much everyone else, well, the back scaffolding stuff was good as well. Their outfits were really nice as well. I mean, they could have won. I would have been happy with them winning as well, as a team. But yeah, Miss Nadine, her team was safe, of course, but barely. But it's just because the ones that was bad was really bad. You know, that feathering was that whole. They all pretty much covered up the feathering. They all had ill-fitting clothes. They all had design elements that was not cohesive. It was just horrible. I mean, I don't understand how you get to this level and you don't have the mindset or the aptitude to understand that when you're designing on this level, it's about fabric choices. It's about fitting properly. It's about, you know, being able to change on a dime and still be able to pull out a cohesive, decent look. But, you know, that was Project Runway Season 17, Episode 2. My girl, Miss Nadine Rutherford, is still on it. Thank God. You know, I want her to do well. Like I said, I want her to win the whole thing. You know, she's already won and shown at Charleston's Fashion Week, which is, you know, a huge thing in the South as well if you're into the design community. So I just want her to be able to show what she actually can do when she has enough time to do it without the pressure and stress of being on the show. And I definitely understand that when you're on a show like this, you may not do what it is that you can do, but you need to be able to compartmentalize your efforts and be able to actually put forth who you are on that stage every single time, because you have only one time to make a first impression. Although the show is running about 16 weeks, you know, so basically you have 16 weeks to make a first impression, but each week is different. Each week has a different challenge. Each week there is something new and exciting. Each week you need to prove yourself each and every time, each and every week. So I just hope that she gets opportunities to do so. You know, until next week, you know, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, respect someone else. If you like the content that I'm giving you, feel free to visit my channel. And if you like it, subscribe, comment, share, and I always forget something. Comment, subscribe, share. Well, you know what to do if you like the channel. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, have a great day. Food Junkie out.